Well, hello everyone, happy Friday to y'all. Hope everything's going well for you out there. As I know, happy Zelda Day. That's pretty much all I've been doing today, is just playing Zelda and sleeping. It's a potent combination. But be good to get a little bit of a break in here and maybe uncover more of the mystery here in folklore, figure out more about what's going on. But yeah, been a little bit of a week. You know, nothing too well. I say nothing too crazy. There's a big shooting out in the parking lot at work. Like, wasn't when I was there, but it's pretty crazy. Like, they had the parking lot, that a certain section of the parking lot shut off for over 12 hours. It was pretty serious. It was a police shooting. But that was pretty crazy. Other than that, nothing too crazy has happened at work. Almost OD'd myself. Mimi's trying to desperately get my attention. You know, just the normal stuff. Normal stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to it. There we go. We'll keep our pattern going. We're gonna start off with Ellen. Meow. Hear the little mouse. She getting mouthy. She says I haven't been paying enough attention to her. Sorry. You okay? Yeah. Good girl. Alright. This is my conclusion. Each time you see these dreams, you uncover deeply hidden memories. The mementos are just what trigger your subconscious. Now, let's try to explore your past. Ooh. Celia, you were in this village when you were 5. Do you remember? Yes, I love it here. People are smiling at me. Was the boy brought to the village clinic? Yes, you mean Hervé? He was so very gentle. He liked reading books. He taught me so many things. Hervé! Hervé has an incurable disease. Calm down. What next? What did you do? I heard about the fairies. If I pray for 9 days, Hervé will be saved. So I did just that. I prayed each day. That would save him? And what happened on the final day? The final day was Samhain. Yes, it all happened on that night. What happened? I'm sorry, I must have fainted. What is it? Did I say something wrong? Have a rest today. Wait, I must see for myself. Show me the video. No. What? I mean, you can hardly see it anyway. You just need some rest. You're mentally exhausted. Please, okay? I'll have to analyze the results. I can't say anything at this point. The video? No, that won't do. I can't show you. Oh boy, I have a feeling she revealed something on the video. O'Connell's probably gonna be the next guy to get murdered. That's gonna be my guess. What did I talk about? I must see the video. Man, by the time we're done, there's not gonna be a single person left in this village. At night, people say, stay at the church. They're not in their rooms. Oh, so basically we're gonna break into his house in the middle of the night. Cecilia / Ellen. Master Thief. Got any new quests? Voices of Vengeance. Recently, Charlotte can't sleep because of nightmares. She has dreams where she's in a long, long corridor and can hear a disturbing voice. Can someone help her? You're probably not too far off, honestly. That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. How's it going today, Siri? Charlotte's being influenced by the Netherworld. This has to be the place. Hope everything's going well on your end. It's been an interesting week for me. Ugh. There you go. Is the start of the multiple weekend vacation. I mean, things have been pretty quiet. There was a shooting out on the parking lot at work yesterday, but it was while we weren't there. We just got to see the after effects, just had the whole thing closed down until like 5 o'clock in the morning. That was pretty crazy. Yeah. Some guy, like, stole a vehicle. The cops, like, they found him, or he was reported, so an officer went to confront him. And then the guy started assaulting the officer, like, literally got in his car and was, like, punching down on him. Cop ended up backing out and ramming into another vehicle. And then his backup arrived, and they unloaded an entire clip on him. It was pretty hardcore. So obviously, with all that police activity and a dead body involved, yeah, they had the whole area on lockdown for quite a while, making sure everything was investigated. But yeah, thankfully, I only have 1 week left at this place, and then we're outie. So I was kind of thinking it wasn't that bad of an area, just from looks, but the more we stay there, the more I'm like, man, this area kind of sketchy. Other than that, I accidentally almost OD'd yesterday. That was great. And by accidentally, I mean I totally OD'd. Like, I didn't mean to, but because I was out of my prescribed pain meds, and I got those filled today. But in the meantime, my hip was killing me. So I took 3 Tylenol, and apparently I can't take 3 Tylenol because I got like super drowsy on the drive into work. You know, nearly fell asleep driving a couple times. And more of them farther in. So that was fun. Other than that, it's a pretty quiet week, honestly. Like I said earlier, like, yeah, it was a pretty quiet week, you know. Guy got shot out in the parking lot, I almost OD'd, you know, the standard retail stuff, you know. Pagan girl came back to work. She is totally on another guy now, so that's great. Don't have to worry about my rear, literally. I'm actually, like, super susceptible to medications, so, you know, 3 Tylenol is probably nothing to most people, but for me, it put me on my ass. I didn't even realize that's what was doing it until, like, 3/4 of the way through my drive, and I'm literally, like, fighting off falling asleep. I'm like, what the hell's making me so drowsy? And the only thing I can figure is the Tylenol. I mean, I might be wrong, but that's the only thing I can figure. Yeah, no, I'm a lightweight on everything. This isn't the way. Oh, well, this isn't the way. I ain't gonna... Ah, they cut off the way out. I'll say, if this isn't the way, I won't stay. There we go. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was that, because I never took a nap or anything last night. And like I posted on Discord, I was able to stay up for until like 2 p.m. playing Zelda. Don't get me wrong, by that point, I'm fully, you know, aware I am going to be pretty freaking tired. But that's the only thing I can figure is that Tylenol had me just out of it. Like, it was no good. Thankfully, moving around with work, I was able to just work through it. Definitely a lot of yawning at the start of last night, though. Which is never how you want to start a Friday off when you don't have much work to do. Like, I literally must have looked like the best employee, because I was literally going out of my way to find anything and everything to do, just so I could keep moving. Like, up until I'd say about lunchtime, I was like running around like a chicken with my head cut off, just trying to find any little scrap of anything that needed to be done, just to stay awake. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. That's what you gotta do sometimes, unfortunately. I just hope I can get off these pain meds sooner rather than later. I hate, like, the mental fog that it puts me in. Like, I don't know if it's been, like, super noticeable. It probably has been, honestly. Like, I don't like it. There we go. Ooh, got me. Grab him. Got big guy left. Yeah, looking forward to going to this next project. Hopefully the traffic won't be as bad. It's going to be a similar distance out, but we should be missing one of the major points of traffic that we've been hitting each morning. So hopefully that will improve things for us. Health. I really do think this village is going to be, like, completely died off by the end of this game. Like, who's really left in this village? There's O'Donnell. There's the doctor's wife. There's Suzette. There's the barkeep and his daughter. Like, that's not a strong list of, you know, population left, you know? Honestly, I've always been that way with medication, too. Like, one melatonin will put me on my ass for quite a while with a hangover and all. Like, pain medications, super susceptible. Like, it does not take much to, knock me out. I've never even touched an Excedrin, actually. Just feel like that would be like a no-go for me. I've not had that problem, but then I've not ever used it in like a prolonged period. But every once in a while, I'll have one of those mornings. You know when you can just tell when you go to lay down, no matter how tired you are, like you're not going to fall asleep? Or especially like I have anxiety from time to time. And, you know, you just know like your mind's not going to let you sleep. That's what I mainly use it for. Like, honestly, that's, like, my main advice for people with anxiety, honestly, because I know how much it messes with your sleep. Because it's like a, I mean, I'm not a medical, you know, mental health advisor or anything like that. This is all just, like, me saying what I do. Like, full disclaimer. But, I always say my best personal advice to, like, friends and whatnot, if they're going through anxiety, like, listen, like, you know, you're fighting with your mind. It is what it is. But the worst thing you can let it do is affect your sleep, because when you haven't slept, you know, your thought processes are even more erratic. So, I mean, honestly, I'd say in those cases, like, just use a sleep aid. Like, force yourself to sleep. It does wonders. I'm not saying it'll get rid of the anxiety and get you through it, like, right then and there, but it definitely helps. Yeah, exactly. Because I've been in that state once or twice. Like, before I learned about melatonins and whatnot, it was hard getting through it. But you're right, like, you don't want to be dependent on it either. Like, you definitely have... All things in moderation. That's the problem. Everything is bad for you in large quantities. Like, realistically. Like, I always remember growing up, like, my father joking, it's just like, oh, you know, this is the big, like, health thing or whatever, how long is it going to be until people say, you know, oh, it's bad for you? Well, realistically, anything is bad for you in large quantities. You can literally drink so much water that'll end up, you know, drowning you, you know, just out of a cup. Like, anything to excess is bad. So, were your migraines fueled by, like, wisdom teeth or something, or was there a medical reason for it? Or was it just one of those things that went away with time? Because I know some people who got migraines from, like, impacted wisdom teeth. Stress. Probably puberty, right? I better hurry before reinforcements arrive. Oh wow, so I'm timed here. That's great. I guess I gotta get everyone weak. Yeah, I've never had the migraine issue, but I've dealt with anxiety my entire life. It didn't help, like, growing up, because, like, my father was big into, like, you know, watching, like, the news and whatnot, keeping up on, like, current events. And as a kid, you know, hearing a lot of that scary stuff going on, because you gotta figure that was, like, you know, right at the start of the Iraq War, you know, 9/11 and all that. Like, for young me, that was very much, like, anxiety-inducing. You know, not knowing what's going on with all that, not really understanding what's happening. Like, I watched this stuff because I was trying, you know, it's like time with my father, but at the same time, it's like, as an adult now, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I've gotten to the point I don't even keep up on the news. Like, just because I know it's gonna trigger anxiety, it's like, I can't do anything about it. I know it's probably irresponsible, but, like, you know, I don't need the anxiety in my life. That's hard, because, like, I get where he's coming from, and, like, he doesn't know what to do. He's probably, honestly, in that case, he was probably going through anxiety on his own. But at the same time, to, like, try and put a 10-year-old, you know, in the middle of something that's completely out of their control is, like, that's pretty shitty to do. But again, that, I don't know, I get that knee-jerk response from, like, anxiety, you know? Because I've had times where you go through anxiety and it's like, because my default, like, you know, my default response to most things is, like, trying to fix problems. Like, I'm a problem fixer. And when it comes to stuff like that, like, there is no, like, easy solution. So you come up with, like, dumb stuff, like what sounds like your father did. And it was like, oh, well, you know, maybe I can get, you know, them to kind of be an intermediary for me or something. And it's like, no. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, anxiety doesn't care about age. Especially if you're going through something life-altering like that. I mean, I don't know. No one can really say what was going on in his mind. I could see an anxiety response leading me to a similar conclusion, put it that way. I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying, you know, it was right. But yeah, it's not good to leave shit bottled up like that, though. I did that with my, my dad's death for, like, the longest time. Mostly because, like, it was really hard on my mom. So, like, I did not have any time to really grieve properly. Because it was pretty much like, okay, it happened. I need to be there for mom, you know, because she took it really hard. Which, you know, obviously, I mean, it's her husband of over 20 years. But thanks to that, it was years before I finally properly dealt with it. Like, I remember, God, for the first, like, 5 years after it happened, like, just random stuff, right? Like, I'd just be living my day-to-day life, and random stuff would just trigger me to cry, because it would remind me of something between me and him, like, or something he said, or something like that, right? It wouldn't be anything, like, you know, like, super obvious. It would literally just be, like, my mind just, like, correlating it super quick, or having me think about him and be like, shit. Yeah. I mean, it sounded like they hoisted their problems on you. That's not fair. Like, you had your own process to go through dealing with it. Yeah. I'll never forget. I will never forget. I can't. I'll never forget the response. I can't remember exactly what it was that they said. It was something stupid. But I was standing in the curtain aisle at work. We had just reset the curtains. And it was my boss, because I was the support manager at the time. So it was my assistant and my department manager for furniture. And we were all over there. We just reset the curtains. And someone said something. And it just reminded me of something that he said. And I started breaking down in tears. And it wasn't like you know, I was, like, openly sobbing. It was literally, like, my eyes, like, rebelled against me, and I just started, like, they were just flowing. I had to walk out of the aisle. They were like, John, are you okay? I'm like, I couldn't even talk about it. Like, I knew what had triggered it. I knew what was going through my head, but I could not actually talk about it. I was like, I'm fine. It's nothing. Like, just give me a little bit of time. It's fine. And that was literally, like, 2 or 3 years after it had happened. But yeah, you need to, you know, properly sort through things on your own. That really was not fair of them to put all that on you. But I mean, it sounds like you came to the same conclusion anyway, so it's not like you need me to tell you that. Yep. Mental health is important. You can only bottle things up for so long. I think that's the key, honestly. Like, you can bottle up for a short time and be fine, but eventually that bottle's going to come open whether you want it to or not. And you can either work through it productively or you can work through it destructively. Like, there's really no in between. All caught up in the corner. Thank God these things keep dropping health, because I would be effed without it. I really need to get this big guy down. Can I get it? Can I get it? There we go. Yeah. I mean, especially if you're getting migraines from it, because, like, I've had, at this point, 2 migraines in my life, and they have both been, like, the worst fucking experiences. Like, they are no joke. That's the last of them. Now Charlotte should be able to get a good night's sleep. Yeah, no, migraines fucking suck. I'll never forget the first time I had one, because I had, like, the blurry tunnel vision. And I was literally, like, I think I was sitting down and playing something, and, like, all of a sudden, my vision literally went down to, like, a pinpoint. I started panicking so bad. Charlotte's doing better. I bet we have you to thank. Here, take these. You have our gratitude. That is super generous. Here's this gold. I think there's one other, right? During the time you've been here, Charlotte has gotten much better. It's almost as if she's practically grown up. So I thought to myself, perhaps it was about time for her to have a mother in her life. I spoke to my relatives about arranging a marriage, but they wouldn't give me the time of day. Well, that's the way it goes, I suppose. Everything in life can't go perfectly. We all face our own difficulties. Amen, brother. Oh, shoot. Ah. Yeah, if only you could. Hear the available request. Voice from below the sea. hear that at night, you can hear a spooky voice coming from the sea. It's probably just someone's imagination, but feel free to look into it. Hey, Mimi. Come back to meow at me. Little girl was in hiding yesterday. I didn't see her. She didn't pop out until I was literally heading out the door, and then she tried to squat in my room. Little stinker. She was hiding under Mom's bed all day. Come on up, Mimi. Then she gets mad at me because she doesn't see me. What a cat. You are such a cat, Mimi. You know that? Look at you. Thank God for animals, too. I don't know if they know when you're going through a rough time, but I swear Mimi has to. Because whenever I'm feeling bad or I'm down, like, she's right there. Oh no. I've lost my pendant again. Would you be a dear and help me find it? I can give you some nuts or dust. I have dropped it when I was attacked by that school of Cusides. God, Siri, it's almost like you're, literally speaking cat right now. Well, that's like every cat mindset ever. You're my human. Where do you think you're going? What do you think you're doing? Like, where do you think you're going without me? Like, if she had her way, I'm pretty sure she would just be with me most of the time. Let's get rid of the small fry first. Oh my god, the stun lock. Actually, it is funny because she was an outdoor cat. Like, she was a rescue. So every once in a while, I'll take her, like, you know, I'll hold her and carry her outside and let her, like, look around. And absolutely no interest. As soon as I, like, get close to back inside the door, she will push out of my arms and run back in the door. So, like, you ain't getting rid of me. I worked hard to get in here, darn it. Right, Mimi? Yeah, I still remember the one time I brought her outside when it was snowing out. Oh my god, she did not know what was going on. I let her touch the snow. She's like pulling her paws away from me. No, that's cold. Don't want it. Don't want. That's right, I need one of the ones that lays traps. Wasn't there a trap one? There's charm, sleep, bond. I think bond was it. Yep, there we go. But yeah, no, she's always out of sorts whenever she gets near the outdoors anymore. Hey, how's it going, Phoenix? Welcome, welcome. You missed all the talk about me nearly ODing and, you know, having real-life GTA going on out in the parking lot of the place I'm working at. What's with all the wet? Why is it so wet out here? Like I said, it's funny though, because like, she was a shed cat, and she was living under a shed that had rabbits living under it. She didn't eat the rabbits though. Like, I swear the rabbits raised her, because she hops like a bunny. Like, I've never really noticed another cat jump like her, because she uses the flats of her feet to springboard. Like, she's very odd when she jumps. I mean, I really don't have too much of a story time, honestly. It's just, like, I was out of my pain meds yesterday, and I was picking them up this morning when I went to go pick up Zelda. Like, I did that right afterwards. And I took 3 Tylenol, and it put me on my ass. I nearly, like, passed out while I was driving to work. Because that's the only thing I could figure that was, like, having that reaction with me was the Tylenol. Because I'm, like, a super lightweight when it comes to medication. Like, anything is liable to do it. As for the real-life GTA that was going on in the parking lot, like, it was a stolen car incident. Oop. And the suspect resisted. Had a gun, actually, which I don't think I mentioned before. He did actually have a piece on him, but he didn't pull it, from my understanding. But what he did do was go up to the cop and start assaulting him physically. There's video of it. The guy literally was punching down on the officer inside his cop car. And the cop was able to radio in that he was being assaulted. Threw the car into reverse with the guy on top of him, and then basically reversed it and rammed right into another car in the parking lot. Shortly after the officer's backup arrived, unloaded almost a full magazine into the dude, and then pulled him out the car and then capped him in the head. So, yeah, that whole corner of the parking lot was kind of on lockdown for the next, like, 12 hours while they investigated, because obviously that's going to require a thorough look-see, because I don't really think it was necessary to unload an entire clip on the dude. Like I was telling Siri, I got, like, 1 week left at this project. Like, literally, this upcoming week is my last week at this store, and I'm just hoping it'll be a quiet one, and then we're out. Yeah. It was a thing. And this is on top of, I think I did tell the story from the week previous, right? Where the cop cars were doing, like, Daytona out front of the store, where they were doing, like, U-turns with a suspect. So, like, this place has gone from, like, okay, this is a nicer looking area, you know. It's alright, to all of a sudden, like, oh god, I feel like I'm in Detroit or something, like, I gotta get out of here. No offense if anyone's from Detroit, but, like, you know, kind of has a reputation. But yeah, no, it's been crazy. Hopefully the next store that we go to is better. We've kind of been on a roll of being at sketchier stores. Yeah, no. We were joking, though, with the one guy that was doing U-turns that he was up, like, we were arguing about what star level he was up to. We determined that he was up to 3 stars because they did get the helicopter out. So he got the 3-star wanted level. Not sure what the guy with the gun was at, because I think he got wasted before he had the chance to build up the star meter too much. He wasn't a very good player. But yeah, hopefully that'll be done. There was a helicopter for the one, not last week, but the week before, where it was the guy doing U-turns out on the main drag, leading cops on. And then he pulled into the hotel parking lot that's right adjacent to the store. And I think he dumped a gun in the woods, because they were out there for, like, quite a while off and on throughout the next week, like, searching the woods for something. The only thing I can figure is that he had a gun on him, and they were trying to find it. But yeah, they got the gun. They got the helicopter out right as they got him. So yeah, it's just been a crazy time there, you know. Then you have the good old sketchy diner with everything that goes on there. Now it's a great little area. What's even better is, you know how you get, like, have you guys ever seen, like, the tourism ads that'll pop up on, like, YouTube and whatnot? I started getting the tourism ads for this place. It's, like, all this nice-looking, like, areas and whatnot, like, piers and whatnot. I'm like, God, where's all this? This place is, like, ghetto as... Great hangouts, especially after dark. Like, doubly so after dark. That's definitely when you go. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, like, I super want to move out to the country at this point. Like, I'm just, like, I'm in, like, the burbs right now, which is fine. Problem is, like, the city keeps spreading out to the burbs. So I'm like, man, I'm ready. I just want to go out somewhere where there's, like, minimal civilization. That's, like, the dream at this point. Yep, pretty much. Like, I will take minimal neighbors and, no crazy GTA stories for 500, Alex. I already cleared all these guys. Oh, I made it to Okumura's palace in Persona 5 as well for an update on that. Good grief. I still hate that section with Mona having his moan about, oh, nobody likes me, and how stupid Ryuji is. Like, holy crap. That whole segment makes me hate Morgana and Ryuji so much. Like, their fighting is, like, so childish. Like, Ryuji's an ass. Morgana's a moan. It's like, come on, guys. Like, you can be adults for 2 seconds, we could solve this. Yep. Like, every time I play through Persona 5, I get to that point, and it's just like, oh god, like, I know what section's coming up, you know? Like, everything that goes along with that. And all that to ruin Haru of a proper, like, awakening. Like, I know you get to technically see her persona awaken, but, like, I don't know. I feel like she has, like, the least impactful awakening out of anyone. Which really should not have been the case. Like, she has very good motivation to be a Phantom Thief, considering what was going on with her and her father at the time. But no. She's gotta be Morgana's sidekick. Poor Haru. Justice for Haru. I guess. The thing is, though, like, in Persona 5 particularly, like, my favorite part of the game, or one of my favorite parts of the game is, like, all the awakenings, because they did such a good job with, like, the cutscenes and all. That's strange. I can't see it anywhere here. I'll go back and check again. What do you mean you'll go back and check again? It wasn't there? Let me think. I have lost it somewhere along the path where there were a few Dracays. I'm like indifferent on Mona. Like, I don't know. Cookie Cutter Jock, yes. I will say, the thing that I forgot about Ryuji the most, and what has annoyed, like, I think I mentioned before I really started replaying it, that I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I have no problem with Ryuji. I can tell you what my problem with Ryuji is, and I remember every time I play through the game again, he's a fucking idiot, which tracks for being a jock, don't get me wrong. But the amount of times that they almost get found out as the Phantom Thieves, specifically because Ryuji can't keep his fucking mouth shut, drives me up the wall. It's like, you get one of those. You get one, oops, I spoke too much, and they found out we're the Phantom Thieves, or they almost found out. You don't get literally multiple times being like, oh, we're the Phantom Thieves, heard her. Every time. Like, if I remember correctly, he basically lets An know. He basically confirms it for Makoto. Like, it's literally just like, oh my god, like, please shut up. I need to put a muzzle on this guy. Oh, he had all four of them, too. Oh, my lord. Yeah, dumb and attention-seeking, which should have been An's personality trait. How did it end up on Ryuji? Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of similarities when you think about it between Mishima and Ryuji in that sense. Because, like, Mishima's whole thing was that he didn't have anything and he was riding the coattails of the Phantom Thieves' success. But when you think about it, isn't Ryuji kind of doing the same thing? Like, his whole thing in life was that he was a track star. Then all of a sudden, you know, he's kind of following along with Joker for the whole Phantom Thieves thing. He doesn't really provide, like, a benefit to the team, really. You know? He's just kind of there. Of course, his, you know, Confidant arc doesn't really touch on that at all. But that's how I kind of read some of it. I don't know. On social... I keep wanting to call them social links. I just call them social links. On social link is, like, hella weird. You see, I'm going to defend that a little bit, though, because if you're going to be the second fiddle character, at least it's something. I don't even remember what Yosuke's was at this point, honestly. Other than I remember he was, like, tore up about Saki or something. I don't remember. Yosuke's was so forgettable. At least I remember Junpei's. And I remember Ryuji's. Yosuke's, I was like, I don't even remember. I'm gonna have to replay Persona 4 soon, honestly. I feel like there's a lot about Persona 4 I've been misremembering recently, just because it's been long enough now. But Yosuke is just like the blandest guy. Oh, P4G. See, part of me wants to do regular P4, though, honestly. Because I haven't done regular P4. Eventually, when I start adding things at this point, I don't know if anyone follows anything with wrestling at all. I mean, it's whatever. But there's this whole thing, like, probably around, like, 2009, 2010, where this guy had a list. And he would go around adding people's names to it if he was basically on their shit list. Like, I should, put that in there as, like, a viewer emote. So that way when we add a game to the list, you just have that, and it comes on and says, "You just made the list!" Boom! He's a solid bro, whose father is a corrupt businessman that we never really touch on in the story. I mean, I guess he's not really corrupt. I mean, dude's just running his business. But at the same time, I was like, man, you basically killed off a town. Yeah, he did. That's the problem, though. He's just generic. Like, I don't have really a particular problem with Yosuke. I just barely remember anything about the guy. He commits the biggest sin for me of being kind of bland. I remember he's a goof, right? Because, like, the whole thing when you first, like, meet him, he's getting, like, kicked in the nads by Chie for breaking her DVD. He's getting stuck in a trash can on his way into school. It's like, the game goes out of its way to show you, like, yeah, he might look kind of like a pretty boy type, but this guy's basically a joke. Like, don't worry about him. Like, I don't mind him, it's just, I don't know. Not super memorable. Yeah, that's true. I do like how naive he was about Saki at the beginning of the game. That's always amused me. Remarkably average. I have a term for that, Siri. It's aggressively average. It's one of my favorite made-up terms. Alright, what's alive still? I must kill it. Yeah, because you hear the word aggressively and you're like, oh, this is going to be so good. No, it's average. Aggressively average. It is so average it takes it to the point of aggression. Yeah. Nah. Like, honestly, that's the thing. Like, I know, like, Persona 4's, you know, whole theme is, like, lies and truth and whatnot. But honestly, for its main cast, I've always appreciated how, like, most of the main characters are, like, working through accepting themselves the way they are. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of times, you know, media doesn't, like, you know, portray that super well. And I liked it in 4 well enough. Like, I don't think they had any, like, major stumbling blocks, you know? Like, all the characters, for the most part, were dealing with, like, their public image and whatnot, you know, as opposed to who they supposedly really were, then realizing it was part of themselves and, like, working through it. I guess there was a little bit of that with Yosuke, but not really. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a manager's son. Like, okay. They dropped something. This might be what I'm looking for. I better hand over this pendant. But yeah, Yosuke, and kind of Chie to an extent, but I really like Chie. Didn't really fall into that. Except being forgettable. You found my pendant. Thank you. Here's the reward I promised. The biggest hurdle of all. Forgettability. That's kind of true. That is kind of... But that wasn't an actual story arc. To be fair. I don't know. Did you find out anything? Don't worry about it. Honestly, that's one of the things that's always annoyed me about the community and, like, with, like, specifically Naoto and, Kanji, Because honestly, I like the way that the game handled it. You know, they didn't give you a straight up answer. But, you know, they both came to their own answers. They accepted themselves. Like, I think thanks to the spin-off material, you know, Nato's accepted that she is a woman in her field. You know, she doesn't have to change herself. Not because she wasn't trying to change herself because she wanted to change. She was thinking she needed to change herself because of society's view of women in, you know, the police force / detective field. Like, Kanji accepted that he can be a man and like girly things. Like, I don't know, like, I never thought that was super controversial the first time that I played it. But, like, every once in a while, you just see the debate come up, and it's like, why? Like, why? Number one, it's fiction. It's not worth getting that worked up over. But it's not like it went out of its way to offend, you know, one way or the other. You know the sad thing is, you know Yosuke would be the type that, like, got super done up for the high school reunion. You know, he'd have, like, a fancy suit, nice hair and all that. He'd show up looking baller, and I'd be like, who the fuck are you? He's like, yeah, you know, Yosuke, you know, I was that guy, you know, I was trying to date Sagi-senpai, you know, like, the very few things you list off. They're like, no, not really ringing any bells. Wait a second, didn't your dad used to manage the Juness? Yeah. Oh, fuck you! That would pretty much be how it went. Yeah, no, we don't remember you, but fuck your dad. Wait, that's still there? Huh. Yeah, kind of. Hard handy video. I don't know about y'all, but if I was in some dude's house and I found a blank VHS tape that was labeled handy video, I would not be fucking watching it. Just saying. I can view it by connecting it to a television. I mean, there's a handy TV right here. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, everyone gets so offended that, oh, they didn't go through with her wanting to change or whatnot. But it's like, she didn't want to change because she wanted to change. She wanted to change because of how society viewed her. She was basically feeling like she was getting forced into it.
Where to?
The dolmen too.
The dolmen? Why?
I used to go to the ruins each night to say a prayer.
Was anything different about that night?
The entrance of the dolmen was open. I went inside. I felt drawn to the tomb.
Were you not afraid?
I was, but I felt like I had to go in.
Can you remember? What was it that you saw inside there? Try to stay calm. You set foot inside the ruins. And then?
I saw something in the darkness. I thought perhaps it was the old bones of some animal. But it was a fairy.
You saw a fairy?
No, it couldn't have been.
Oh, it very much.
Don't really
It very much could.
Do they?
Who have you been talking to in the Netherworld?
Well, that's what most adults would say. And unfortunately, I would have to agree with them. So, let's review what you've told me. You spotted something. It appeared to be a fairy. But on further inspection, it was no such thing. But if it was not a fairy, then what gave you such alarm?
don't know, but it was something terrible. Oh.
Stop here. That's quite enough.
Oh. Now I remember. I
Saw what? Don't blue ball me like that. God, I got such blue balls there. I couldn't see the last 2 minutes of the video. Like, come on. But yeah, no, like, I personally feel like Kanji and Naoto is probably, like, the most obvious ship. Probably in, like, Persona 3, 4, and 5. But the other problem is that Naoto is probably, like, my favorite romance option in 4. So I always feel like a dick when I get to that point, and I'm like, well, do I take Naoto? Like, I want to, but also I feel like she goes with Kanji. Probably. That's the other thing, though, like, Yosuke never tried to, like, move past being his father's son, it felt like, you know? He's working part-time at Junes, like, he never really, like, he defends the shop, which is fine, like, I get it, it's his family's, you know, technically his family. Well, I mean, they're part of a chain. It's not really his family's business, but I don't know. Living imagined the land of the dead as a place where sins committed in the corporeal world were punished. Their fear of this fate created this inferno we call Hell Realm. Why am I here? I wasn't asked here by the dead, was I? Then why? Either you had a desire to come here yourself, or Hell Realm gave you an invitation. Yukiko definitely did. I don't know, Chie was another outlier to me. I really like Chie's character, but also, like, I don't know. She really didn't have, I don't know, much societal pressure put on her. I guess she wasn't super womanly. Anything you'd like to know? Picking plants? Uprooting plants in Hell Realm can get you into trouble. If you're attacked as a result, aim for the smaller groups. Path in Hell Realm. Beware, this is Hell Realm. If you travel down certain paths, you may never make it back. You're not forgetting to use the portals to change your clothes, are you? Personally, I keep at least 30 different outfits. It takes my snazziest gear to brighten up this drab hole. I mean, you're kind of looking like Dr. Doom from Fantastic Four right now, so I don't know, I kind of like the drip. Origin of Hell Realm. People envisage the world after death as a realm for punishing sins committed in life. This concept gave birth to Hell Realm. Every culture has a hell, don't they? Just goes to show that society can't get enough of the whole sin thing. He just complained about money and there not being anything to do in town. He literally was just the city boy. It's like, oh man, there's nothing to do out in the sticks. Oh, we get to investigate a murder? Oh boy. Scarecrow, must I fight Keats? I don't know, Ellen. You know him better than I do. Sometimes I feel like I hardly know him at all. Sometimes he'll say something that cuts through my heart like a searing dagger. I suppose the Fairy Lord doesn't want him stirring up any more mischief than he already has. But you know, Ellen, Keats isn't the only person you should be concerned about. You mean Levane? No, not exactly. Just have a strange feeling, that's all. Feminine like Yukio. I guess my thing with Chie is, like, yeah, she felt that way. But I feel like that was more like... It wasn't really explained in the story that there was, like, any type of, like, actual pressure being put on her to act more feminine. Like, her parents or anyone complaining. Like, it really felt like that was just how she felt. Like, she just felt like, okay, she is a female, she should be acting more feminine. Which I guess is fine enough. Oh no, I love me some Chie. That was... Oh, Chie was my second romance option, if I remember correctly, when I played through P4. By the way, how's it going, River? But in terms of, like, we were talking about all the characters basically working through, like, public perception and, like, accepting themselves. And how Yosuke just doesn't, because he's, like, a total outlier. But Chie also kind of feels that way to me, because she doesn't really have, like, outward pressure on her. Yeah. She's kind of like inverse Kanji in a way. The only difference is, like, I don't know. Maybe it hit harder with Kanji because I'm a dude. I don't know. Maybe I just don't have the proper perspective on it. That might be a me thing, you know? I might just be blind to that. Which is fair enough. What is this thing weak to? Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, there wasn't any, like... I complain about it because, like, oh, you don't... You know, a lot of times you don't want stuff, like, explicitly, like, explained. You know, you like... I like being able to, like, pick up on things, but in that case, it's like... Man, I kind of wish that, they just, like, threw it in my face a little bit more with Chie, because I just didn't get it at all. Like, I love Chie's character, but in terms of, like, that aspect, she kind of fits it, kind of doesn't to me. But definitely, Yosuke. Yosuke just totally is just like, yup, I'm manager's son. I am here to do manager's son things. I do not have much complex character thought outside of being forgettable. Oh, Ripper, you missed the most American story possible. So, last night, 1/4 of the parking lot of the store that I'm working at was taped off because there was a police shooting there. There was a guy with a stolen vehicle that they approached. He resisted arrest, had a piece on him. Ended up backing the cop into the cop car, punching down on him. He was able to call out that he was being assaulted. So backup was coming in. In the meantime, Bro managed to throw the car into reverse. Like, high velocity rear end into another vehicle. And then when the guy's backup arrived, they almost unloaded a full clip into the assailant. Oh, he ended up with a lot of holes through his lungs. And from what I was told, they pulled his body out of the car, laid him on the ground, and then put a couple in his head. Which seems a bit excessive to me. Just a bit. But, you know. So yeah, that whole area was closed off for about 12 hours while they were investigating. So, that's probably about the most American thing, you know, you're gonna hear tonight. I must say, I like some of the creature designs in this game. Like, I don't know why, I kind of like this thing. Like this thing we're fighting with the one eye. The, like, kind of like... I don't know, what does this look like? It's like Donkey Kong mixed with a, or King Kong mixed with a, Cyclops. Yeah. There's a lot of prejudice involved with that too. Like, I'm full well aware that I don't have to worry as much as other people, unfortunately. I mean, I saw it firsthand. Like, we were doing a project out in the, out on the countryside, and put it this way, so many of our non-white associates were getting pulled over on that project while they were doing the speed limit. Meanwhile, I would literally be like speeding by the officer, being like, oh shit, and they wouldn't budge. Like, it's so obvious sometimes. Like, they barely even try and hide it, if they even do. Man, how much damage is this thing gonna take? Oh shit, I killed it. Oopsie. I was supposed to absorb its power. Like this. There we go. But yeah, I think a P4 playthrough is in the cards soon. It's been too long. I ain't gonna lie, I've been thinking too, it's been a while since we've done an SMT game on the channel. Like, it's past due. Really? Really? I'm gonna get done over by some bats. Poor Yukiko. See, the other problem is I've never played Persona 4 on a console. I've always played it through on the Vita. So I would not have gotten the full effect of those S's. So we will see. Oh, I died, dang it. So yeah, well, here's the double kicker. My first time playing it on a screen will probably be for stream, and I'm gonna have the headphones on. So those S's are going right into the ears, baby. Right into the ears. I mean, you see it all the time. Like, it's so obvious. I hate it when it gets thrown at me like I can do something about it, because it's like... It's not like I asked to be treated differently, you know? Like, I think it's bullshit, and it's obvious that we are, but it's not like I asked for it or I'm doing anything for it, you know? Maybe I can check and see, because I can play, like, the Steam Deck version. Maybe there's a mod where it just, like, takes out the voice acting for her sections. That would be a funny mod to make. I feel like someone in the community has probably done it. Like, mute Yukiko mod. Oh, what, the one, female character, not you, is it Yuzu? I'm pretty sure I know what character you're referring to, Ripper. There's a different character who's worse, because honestly, I couldn't really stand Yuzu's voice actor. I was not a super big fan. There we go. I ain't gonna lie though, I do like the art style they use for Devil Survivor, but the female proportions of some of those characters are a little wonky. Put it this way, it was the main tip-off I had because the same guy who did the artwork for Devil Survivor also did the artwork for the Digimon Cyber Sleuth games. And that was like the main tip-off. As soon as I saw tits that looked like they were like levitating and pointing upward, I'm like, oh, it's the Devil Survivor artist! Icebergs that are pointing in the wrong direction that gravity does not approve of. Oop, got too close. Oh, I actually really like the artwork. I like that he has a distinctive art style, it's just that's like a... Like, I'm even getting used to, what's the current, mainline series artist? Like, the one who did the artwork for, SMT5. Oh, yeah, he did. Like, even just looking at the cover art and, like, some of the character illustrations for that game is like, holy crap. It's really annoying me. I can't think of the artist's name right now, but, like, I like it when you can tell it's, like, an artist's distinct style. You know, like, you're not... Like, back in, like, the PS2 era with, like, the SMT games, you know, you knew that was Conoco artwork, you know? Like, I want something that's distinct. I don't want, like, cookie-cutter stuff. Well done. Oh, geez, I messed up there. I got too close. Come on down, little birdie. This fight again, aren't I? Do I have... Run to press to stop multi-directional attacks. Wait, is that the girl with the thing on her head? Oh, my lord. Stay away, stay away. mean, here's the thing, though, too, Ripper. Did you play that on 3DS, or did you emulate it on PC? Because I'm thinking, too, like, a lot of that could be from, like, file compression. Yeah. If it's a similar thing to, like, Yukiko. There we go. Whew. Oh yeah, no, like, Yukiko's, like, I don't think they changed her voice actor from the PS2 version, so it would have been the same voice acting from that. That one, there's no excuse. She's just like that. But for the DS one, I could see it being file compression. And the only thing really scaring me off of doing Persona 4 is just like, God. That would be like the rest of my year, is Persona 4. Like, that game's easily like, what, 80, 90 hours? Yeah. It's like, what's John playing for the rest of the year? Persona. I mean, back in the day, actually, I finished that game. Yeah, no, I did it back-to-back. Like, in 2 weeks, I played it through it twice. The thing is, doing that as a stream, you know, with the amount of time that I stream, or I'm even able to stream, would be quite a long period. Anything you want to know? 2 act as 1. A two-sided folk. Maralta Vegalta is quick but weak-willed. He's a busy fellow, getting tempted one moment and falling asleep the next. Be careful of the elevator. Once it begins to move, it doesn't stop until there's only one left. Hellrealm has a wide variety of sayings and anecdotes. They are collected together in a picture book hidden somewhere in Hellrealm. I could probably learn a thing or two from that picture book myself. In Hellroom Court, the judge likes to have birds perform clerical duties. If I'm gonna do something for the stream like that, I'd rather have it be like one complete playthrough. You know? Fairy Lord. Ellen, it will not be long before our aspirations are finally fulfilled. Fairy Lord, what will you do in the Netherworld core? Levane pierced one of the twin trees with a spear, blocking its power. The tree is what protected the visions of the Netherworld upon the world of men. But denizens in the Netherworld are unable to pull the spear free. You need me to? That's correct, Ellen. Only you can do it. You are our only true hope. It will cause its share of pain. But the world of humans will eventually settle down once peace is restored in the Netherworld. It's for your sake as much as it is ours. But yeah. For me personally, if I'm going to do something like that, I'd rather play through the whole thing on stream. Well, the good Lord. Levane has turned into your pawn. Nah, I just don't like your style, old man. Perhaps we should sell this right here. Hang on. Unlike Levane, Keats cares not about the Netherworld core. I will overlook this if you retreat. Fairy Lord. I must say, your arrogance and wanton use of coercion reminds me of home. Perhaps you've picked up a few things from us mere humans. Keats, stop it. Lowly human, watch your tongue. Our precious netherworld is exposed to peril by your kind. You're the type of leader that inspires rebellion. You know not the gravity of leadership over the fairy realm. Ellen, surely you see through him. He only cares about staying in control. Enough! Away with you! Ellen, hurry to the court. We shall soon be freed from this ancient curse. I think maybe what I'll do is if I'm gonna do something like that, I might start it on a week when I have vacation. So, like, I have a vacation coming up in, like, August. So if I wanted to do a game like that, you know, maybe do it then when I'd have, like, a lot of time to, like, bum rush it at the start. And then go into the normal progression from there. Lucky you, Ellen. Things worked out for the best. Now all that's left is to go to the court in Hellrealm and defeat the Folklore. Yeah, I think that might be the best way to go about it, honestly. That is a pretty outfit. I like it. Other than the tights, I don't know how I feel about the little blue stripe going through it. Ooh. I like this environment. I don't know why, but something about this environment is really like... I don't know, something about this is doing it for me. I like the clouds outside. That is totally just a video file playing, but I'm here for it. Like, that is not in-game rendered. Oh, look, is that a moon? I think that's like a moon. Oh, I don't know why, that's really cool. It really would. Like, realistically, this is just a boring little environment, but, like, I'm really digging it. All that just for an elevator, apparently. Ooh. Oh, hi, hi, hi. No. So I can't even reach them until I knock it down. Alright, this works on them. Oh, it's a slammer. That's gonna suck. So I need to take down these bat things first. Ooh, hi. Can you not? Can you not? I love how you just get stun locked in this game. Sometimes they just keep attacking you. It's super great. It's so frustrating because I love so many things about this game. But then also, like, the more I play it, the more I'm like, okay, this is totally why this game did not, like, do super well. Like... It's not exactly the most quality game in the world, but it has a lot of elements that I really, really like and appreciate. Look at that, it's so pretty. Totally just like a video file being played. Like a little lightning going through it. Alright. Where am I going to? Over this way. Oh, hi. as these guys. None of that. Wind? Yep, wind damages them. I don't know why these guys kind of look like ants to me or whatnot in the face. Giant demonic ants. That'd be a great visual to sleep to tonight. Was there a point to coming out here? Other than seeing the pretty sky again? Okay, I can go the opposite way too. Oh wait, I need to switch back. 'Cause I need... Good boy. What was that? Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I think I saw my PC audio off. Sounded like something just disconnected from my computer. Hopefully, it looks like the stream's still doing okay. Everything's still good on your guys' end? Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just heard the windows, like, you know, when you unplug, like, an accessory or something. So I don't know what disconnected, but something did. Alright, so I got another page of the picture book. That's weird. Hopefully it's just an anomaly. If the stream goes down wholesale, though, you'll at least have an idea what's happening. John's internet's just deciding to throw him up a middle finger. Can I keep going up? Oh, I can. Okay. Hit by that thing. Oh my lord. I swear if I die here. I'm gonna be so ticked off of myself. Oh, no. I'm telling you, combat in this game is rough. Like, having to pause to throw out the folklore. Like, I think that's why I'm having an easier time with Keats, because I don't think Keats is, like, I guess for lack of a better word, summoning takes as long as Ellen's. Like, Ellen's got, like, a wind-up on a lot of hers. Like, I can't move when I summon this thing. It's like I summon, pause, and then I move. I'll have to check when I get to Keats if it's the same way. We got places to be. Folks to fight. Almost lost another set of recordings because was so busy this week I forgot to save last week's folklore recordings. Thankfully today was the last day with Twitch saving the stuff, so I was able to grab them. But I almost goofed. Forgot to mention that part. Like, I'm really bad about almost forgetting to save that stuff half the time. Jerk it, jerk it, jerk it. There we go. Alright, so we know this side has book page. Not sure if it saved us getting it, so we'll go do this real quick. Nope. Nice try. Alright. Okay, it saved it. So we can just go right back up again. Alright, let's not mess up the combat this time. Bye, let's not mess up the combat. Let's get rid of these little flying bastards first. Alright, that's one down. Game may think I care about him. I don't care about him. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh. Gotta freak out. Freak out again. Stop. Freak out. There we go. What did you think about the controller gimmicks, Siri? I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't really feel like it adds too much to the game other than a little extra frustration. Like, I feel like the game could have done without all the controller waggle. I'm not here to play a Wii game. Nope. That one's down. No health dropped. Alright. Health. Alright, there we go. Oh, you ain't getting away from me. Yeah, this era of PS3, like, I don't know. It's funny how everyone, like, chased Nintendo with the controller, like, motion controls and whatnot, but it's super unnecessary. Like, I don't think this game benefits at all from having, like, controller wobble. Like, I would have been perfectly happy with, like, flicking a stick to do the same type of stuff. Oh my lord, please. There we go. Why do I keep trying to use that? It's friggin' wind, guys. down. And suck him up. Oh shit. Okay, I think we got a boss fight here. I wonder if I have to use those guys we've been getting. Like, it would make sense. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let me put him there. You can go there. There's a different element we got with them too, right? Is it water? No. Fire? No. Oh, slash. Big old paws. Oh, and I got stunned. Of course. So that does nothing. Ow. That does practically nothing. Okay, slash doesn't work. Destroy? Destroy does nothing. No element? Does nothing. Electricity does nothing. Water does nothing. Wind does nothing. I have to charm him? I don't even think that hit. Hold on, let me try it again. Oh, I got too close. Alright, let's see back. Oh, that worked. I need to charm him. Or at least that's the first thing I need to do. Alright, he's dark now. What does that mean? So we definitely need the charm. Do we make him sleep? Does that do anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Bond? No. Alright, so the charm's over. Hold on, I need to charm him again. Nope, that didn't work. Right? Yep, nope. Destroy? No. This game really is like a puzzle game sometimes, trying to figure out, like, what to do when. Alright, so it's not that. Thunder? water. Nope. No wind. Already did guard and barrier. Alright, so I tried to everything. Peralta and Vigalta. Alright, looking it up. Tapping out. Alright, let's see. You know what? Maybe that's what's going on, because it appears like my internet's going super slow right now. So I suggest there are two sides of it. When you first encounter, it appears a black silhouette, and you should be attacked with sleep element attacks such as Hammer. Not this will turn. That'd be nice for sleeping tonight if that was the case. Charm. So I need to go back and forth between sleep and charm attacks, apparently. Oh, that's why this is moving so slow on this. I was on the wrong Wi-Fi router. I had to put two of them in the house because our furnace literally sits like right in the middle of the house, like weirdly enough. So I had to set up a second router because legit my mom could not get Wi-Fi in like the back half of the house, which is where her room's at. So I had to go out and get a router specifically basically for her room. That would be great though. I ain't gonna lie, I'm super tired. Like, I feel relatively awake right now, but, like, I only got, like, 3 hours sleep after, playing Zelda. I mean, whose fault is that? Mine. But, you know. Alright, so when he's silhouetted, I need to use sleep. When he's full color, I need to use charm. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's one of those nights, for sure. Of course, if I'm being honest, that's been, like, all the streams recently. Like, I get off, I maybe, like, go over to the game room and watch some TV for a little bit, and most of the time I will actually pass out on the sofa in the game room. Which also sucks, because when you think about it, like, I get 2 nights to sleep at home a week. So one of the nights I don't even end up sleeping in my bed. Like, I made a conceited effort last week to make sure I got up out of that sofa before I fell asleep to crawl into bed proper. Oh my god, really? There we go. Rolls that makes thunder charges, okay. Let's see what this thing looks like. Woo, I like it. Yeah, no, if it was a stormy night, that'd be freaking awesome, honestly. Would kind of mess up the flea market tomorrow, but for sleep, it'd be amazing. That's interesting. So, like, they're immune to his first element attack. Or this one's immune to the first one, takes hit damage from the second. And then the other one, I think it's getting hit by the first, but not the second. Yeah. I guess they put these enemies here specifically so you'd see that. No, 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 no. Stay away from me, Whirlwind. Can't charm them. Come on. Yeah, I have a feeling this game is going to go at least another weekend, honestly. It's kind of how I'm feeling now. Like, I'm not going to try and rush through it all this weekend, which is perfectly fine. I don't want to feel like I'm rushing through it just to rush through it, because I am enjoying it. But come on, there we go. Have to fight these guys particularly. Nope. Alright. That's gonna be the boss. Anything you'd like to know? The Judge. Judge Yama is a sorcerer who manipulates illusions using his mirror. But you know what? I heard that he retreats into his mirror at the very hint of thunder. That's only a rumor. An ancient cloak is hidden somewhere in Hellrealm. To acquire the cloak, you must break the special seal spread out in several locations. This is Inquisition Bridge, from which you shall fall if you cannot face your sins. What lies in wait at the bottom? I'd best not say. The courtroom birdcage is made of a special material which neutralizes the power of cloaks. It was used in ancient times in the persecution of cloaked trespassers. So, he's afraid of thunder. Ellen, you have come far. You are the glimmering hope of the Netherworld. If you defeat the folk at Lore in Hellrealm, you will retrieve your lost memories. But Ellen... But there's another stop you must make first. What's with all the creepers? Fairy Lord, what's this? Your Lordship, we are grateful for this highly ranked criminal. Her cloak is powerless inside the cage. Welcome to the court of Hellrealm. So wait, were we just betrayed? Like what? Oh, I really like this guy's design. Wait, is she back in her normal clothes?
We foul birds at your service. We bring you this here accused.
It's human. Human. Man or woman? It must be. Young or old? Seems to be young. A little girl.
She'll be put to death, will she not? She'll be our dinner, won't she? Oh, you know the judge has first taste. We won't get a blasted crumb.
Ahem! The birds have done their duty. Let them exit at once. This court is now in session. May this humble assembly proceed with all due fairness. Now let us review the events that have transpired. Fetch the mirror.
The mirror.
Behold,
Oh, wonder of
wonders, the mirror of judgment. Let it reveal
every
dirty
detail of
the defendant's dark deeds.
I don't know how I feel about that voice changing back and forth between high pitched and deep.
in the early hours
Before sun had risen,
This sounds
he
weird.
reigned
against
all morals and codes, and for her own selfish purposes, carried out a forbidden right in order to
cross the boundary
of light,
and dark.
the most unforgivable trespass of them all.
Let us ask the defendant. Does the mirror accurately reflect the truth?
It does.
She's guilty! She must be punished. No room for analysis! Silent in the court! Let us see what the defendant did once in the Netherworld.
She hoodwinked
The Fairy King
led the fairies
to the Netherworlds!
and brought confusion and chaos.
No. I never intended that. I only wish to see my mother.
She did do that.
Guilty!
What about the verdict?
Someone, please. Please help me.
Let the ruling be heard!
Oh shit, here comes Keats.
Huh?
Who's that?
Who is it?
What is this interruption? What does he want? Get him out of here. We want him out. Blood!
Excuse me, but I'd like to interview the defendant.
Wait, what? Keats, you came to rescue me. That fairy lord is a tricky devil. He used you to bait the Hell Realm folklore. I have an objection. Siding with the accused? No, not exactly. Fools. This is contempt of court. Now, calm down, old man. We just want to know what's beyond Hellrealm. Nonsense. I shall oust you immediately. Keats, where are you? I won't need a jury to sentence you guilty. Alright. I guess it's boss fight time.
I'll throw the book at you!
Probably like, what, like a slash or a destroy is what we're probably gonna need for the mirrors, I'd assume. Yep, destroy. Ow. Oh, so if I hit it and he's not in there, it reflects. Back at me, shit. Okay. Oh. That's kind of cool. Right, that's one mirror down. Ow. Just gonna keep hiding in mirrors. Okay, so I can't attack him from there. Dang it. There we go, there's one hit on that mirror. It's gonna come do its little slicey thing. Yep, that's fine. Oop. Missed me. Wait for him to jump over one of these two. Wait, what? Ah, I wasn't close enough. There you go, one hit on that one. Just gonna have to, like, camp mirrors, basically. Wait for him to go into them. Alright, there we go. Pretty straightforward. Alright, that one's down. Come on, go into that mirror, I dare you. Alright, that one's down. You only got two options here, mate. Ah. Dang it, had the wrong angle. Wait, did I actually get him? Whoa! Oh, wow, he just took all my power. I guess I have to stay here. Or I just can't do anything. Wait, how do I... Okay, so Slash can get through that. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Wait, what? Oh, this is so He dashed. I had him. I freaking had him. Ah! Clenching defeat from the jaws of victory. The John style of play. Oh, good lord. Alright, we know what to do now, though. And we have cutscenes, Skip. Look at that. Final Fantasy X, take notes. This is next-gen technology right here. Alright, so we got that. Okay, everything's still set up. Cool. Get out of the way, it's fine. That's one hit. It's gonna need a slicey thing. Gonna do another slicey thing. Ooh, that's one mirror down. Cool. This is definitely a more straightforward boss fight than some of the other ones have been. That one's got damage on it now. Come on, go on one of these two. There we go, that's another one down. Dang it. Nope. Alright. I think the key to this is just patience. We got two that have one hit on them. It's probably gonna go here. Or it went into the other broken mirror. Go in this one. I dare you. I dare you go in this one. Come on. There we go. That's another mirror broken. Okay, fine. That's fine. We got this. We got this. Okay, which one are you going to? Oh, your dose didn't come back. That's another mirror down. Alright, one mirror left again. Alright, he's got one hit left. That should have been. Ow! There we go. Alright, so I just need to avoid him for now. If I could actually do that, that'd be sweet. Barrier back down. Alright, can't do anything to him again. Oh wow, I can go behind him too. That's great to know. I'm gonna lose this fight again, aren't I? Oh! Come on, grab him! Come on! What am I doing? Oh, okay. It's this one. The very first one. It's been so long since I'd seen it. I'm used to the jerking. I'm used to the spazzing out on the controller. I'm not used to this. Yeah! Woo! Good grief. I was clenching. I was clenching so hard. Keats, thank you for rescuing me. No need for thanks, Ellen. You sensed something strange. Thus far, whenever a folklore was defeated, there was a meeting with the dead. This time it seems that it was not the dead, but rather your own consciousness that opened the door to Hell Realm. I'm frightened. What is this that I feel? The Vane once said that the Netherworld Core was a place beyond the Five Realms, which could only be reached by those who overcome their fears. Hurry and go. You've defeated the folklore. Your memory waits for you. The court may send someone after you. You must hurry back to the village. Thank you for rescuing me. I must be brave and move on. So I go back to the village now? That's what I'm supposed to do? What are you talking about? It's got little skirt-ish type stuff on it. I don't know what you're talking about, Siri. Alright, let's find out her secrets. She's secretly been Hervé this whole time.
Just as the spectacle man says, there can be no such thing as an afterworld. It's all a figment of your imagination.
not my imagination. I met dead people and spoke to them. They told me things that only they would know.
Yes, you told us you met and spoke to 3 dead people.
But since this is not the afterworld, but just a figment of your imagination, how would you know anything about these people?
The answer is simple. Because you knew about them before they died. You had talked to them in the past.
No, that's not it.
Why couldn't you tell us about Lulu, the 4th dead person?
It's because...
Because you had never met her before. And how could you have?
Oh,
She
shit.
came to investigate recently and never had the chance to meet you.
In other words, you never met any dead. You only revived your memories of them.
Please, stop it!
Oh, shit.
Ah!
So, who on earth are you?
I'm...
17 years ago, there were 3 strange murders.
You witnessed their deaths. You alone heard their voices.
How on earth is that possible? Are you some omniscient being? Or just...
Damn.
It was me. I did it. I killed those 3 villagers 17 years ago.
So you finally recall the truth, eh?
Called it.
I killed Hervé too.
Hervé? Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Oh, okay, Ellen's dead. Or Cecilia. One of the 2 died, I think. Or we're back in Hell Village. What? Doolin. I've made it back? Thank goodness. It was all just a bad dream. I don't think this was a dream. Do you know what Harriet is doing at the moment? I want her to see, too. Cecilia, could you ask her? Why ask you? Oh, there's no TV here. So this is like the password. Ah, but they won't let me walk in the place where the TV's at now. The collision for the TV's still there. Oh, that's funny. They have a past-looking version of the room, but they just... they just retextured. Oh, that's kind of funny. It's the village of the dead. Your mother has been in this village for ages, hasn't she? Have you heard of the fairy in the henge? There must be a way down below. Do you know anything about it? Wait, is he gone now? Oh no, wait, he's still there. Is anyone up in the bar? I kind of like the vibe here, honestly. It's weird. Wait, he's not dead. I heard Hervé is writing a story at the moment. Wow, you're thinking of ideas for it too, Cecilia. Be sure to let me read it, okay? Can I talk to the Moosehead? No? Okay. So it's not exclusively dead people here. This is Doolin of 17 years ago. Things are coming back to me. This is what the village looked like when I lived in it. Perhaps my memory has taken the form of a netherworld. I may be able to recall my past. on, tell me. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a painter. Everything about life was a joy for me at that age. As a child, I was flush with vibrancy. Why on earth would I forget about such wonderful memories? They probably didn't stay wonderful for long. What's this? What's wrong, Hervé? I only have 1 year left. 1 year left? What do you mean 1 year, Hervé? Mother, where do people go when they die? Do they really go to heaven? There's no such thing as heaven, is there? Cecilia. Hervé will die soon. If only there were some way. Come back soon, Mother. You're Cecilia, aren't you? Why are you crying? I want to help Hervé. Help Hervé? Help with what? Hervé will die soon. He only has a year left. Oh dear, that is terrible. What are you looking for here? In fact, I'm looking for a fairy. Did you know that fairies grant wishes? A fairy? Can I meet the fairy too? It depends. I know. Let me tell you a secret. Pray to the fairies for 9 days. Then the fairy will come out to see you. I've tried everything, but I can't find the fairies. They're only visible to children. If I come here each night and pray with all my might, will the fairies save Hervé? Certainly, if the legend of the fairy prayers is true. Final night, after the 9-day litany, was the night of Samhain. On that night, the path leading beneath the henge was open. I was young, but not afraid. I went inside. Are you a fairy? Can you really grant my wish? I want to save Hervé. What should I do? Blood. Give your blood. I cut my own wrists and offered my blood. It hurts. This will save him. His life extended. Finally, Hervé will be saved. There was more, but I can't remember. What else did I have to do to save Hervé? I returned injured. What did I do next? Where am I? Cecilia, you need to lie still. Dr. Lester, you've been asleep for quite some time. You suffered quite an injury at the ruins. Am I alive? Did I die and come back as a fairy? Wait, what about Hervé? Dr. Lester, what is it? Your mother will come for you soon. Just wait a bit longer, Cecilia. She'll be here for you soon. Now I remember, Dr. Lester looked like a ghost when I asked him that. I didn't dare ask him anything more about Hervé. Go on, you can tell me. Oh, excuse me. How'd you get inside the ruins? I don't know. I don't remember. Ugh. Did you kill Hervé? I can't believe it, but that's what I heard. Please, tell me. Why did Hervé have to die? No, What did you do? What did you do to him? Please stop. Why you? What have you done? You little witch! Ah! I only wanted to save Hervé. That's why I prayed to the fairies and gave my blood. But Hervé died. Dr. Lester, you hid the truth for my sake. But now I know what really happened. I killed them all. Hervé's father and Ryan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Hervé. But then what was that thing? That thing in the ruins? Alright. I feel like that was a pretty big revelation. So, that was confirmed. So, Ellen is definitely Cecilia, and Ellen killed pretty much everyone in the past. Now, my question is she the one committing the murders in the present? I'm starting to think no. I don't know who it might be, but I have a feeling the current murderer running around town is not Cecilia. I think. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a little early. Just because I'm starting to yawn, and I know that shit be contagious. That plus it is creeping up on 10 o'clock here, so it's getting around that time. So even though it's a little early, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Hopefully tomorrow we can get through Keith's next chapter and hopefully do the chapter 6s for both of them. Oh, sleepy time does beckon. It's calling aggressively. I just got my pain meds too, so I gotta take my my friggin' muscle relaxer before bed. So hopefully that'll start working its way back out again. It sucks because I had a little bit, like, I think it was like 2-day period there where I didn't have them, and one of the days I was just absolutely miserable, which is why I used the Tylenol, which ended up knocking me out. But, I mean, it got the job done. I wasn't in pain, but also I wanted to pass out. It is what it is. Like I said, tomorrow hopefully we can get through to get everyone to Chapter 7. If we get there, I don't see how we can go much past next weekend with this game. I think next weekend would definitely be it, one way or the other. Then the question is, what next? We were going to do Legend of Dragoon, so might look into that, see if I'm feeling like doing that right now still. Or maybe we'll reevaluate and swing to Persona. I don't know. It's most likely going to be Legend of Dragoon. Most likely. Alright, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun. Thank you for listening to my insane ramblings about real-life GTA and whatever the other nonsense was I can't even think about right now. Just so tired. Oh yeah, me drugging myself. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me ramble about self-medication, real-life GTA, and the story and plotline outline of Persona 4. You never really know what the heck, you know, each stream is going to lead to. I don't know. I've heard some streamers say you need to go into a stream with a plan of what you're going to talk about, whatnot. I don't know. I like our little grab bag of just whatever comes to mind. You know, sometimes you get a dud. Most of the time we've been getting, like, off on weird tangents. I don't know. I like it. Hopefully y'all like it too. But yeah, thank you for joining me this evening. It's been fun. Hopefully you can swing back by tomorrow. We'll be doing Keats. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care that much. It's not, I don't know. It's not that I don't care that much. It's like, I don't know. I'd rather have it be natural than like, oh, we're going to talk about this now. It's like, don't care. Don't need to be that formal. I like our hangout vibes, you know? At least that's the vibe I like about it. Or vibe I get from it. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. Hopefully you can swing back by tomorrow and we can make some good progress on this. I don't know what they're going to reveal for Chapter 5 for Keats, because I feel like this whole chapter is very much focused on Ellen. So I'm actually... It kind of sucks. I kind of want to go through Keats right now, but I'm also like... This bed looking mighty fine right now. Because I kind of want to see, like, what's Keats doing during all this, because this is, like, Ellen's central right now. Like, everything's about Ellen. So we'll see what Keats has been up to in the background, besides barging in on the trial. But until then, thank y'all. Have a good night. Peace out.